Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Christ the royal master leads against the foe, forward into battle, see his banners go. Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Oh, for a faith that will not shrink, though pressed by every foe, that will not tremble on the brink of any earthly woe, that will not murmur or complain beneath a chastening rod, but in the hour of grief or pain will lean upon its God. A faith that shines more bright and clear when tempests rage without, that when in danger knows no fear, in darkness feels no doubt. Lord, give us such a faith as this, and then whatever may come, we'll taste and hear the hallowed bliss of an eternal home. A charge to keep I have, a God to glorify, a never-dying soul to save, and fitted for the sky, to serve the present age, my calling to fulfill. Oh, may it all my powers engage to do my Master's will. Arm me with jealous care, as in thy sight to live, and O thy servant, Lord, prepare a strict account to give. Help me to watch and pray, and on thyself rely. Assured if I my trust betray, I shall forever die. Rise up, O men of God, have done with lesser things. Give heart and mind and soul and strength to serve the King of Kings. Rise up, O men of God, his kingdom tarries long. Bring in the day of brotherhood and end the night of wrong. Rise up, O men of God, the church for you doth wait. Her strength unequal to her task, rise up and make her great. Lift high the cross of Christ, tread where his feet have trod. As brothers of the Son of Man, rise up, O men of God. Good evening, good evening. Let's edify one another this evening, shall we?
With professionals of ancient aliens.
Hello, Ken. It's been a long day. How's your day been? Of course, my day has been a day that ends in Y. How about yours? Why, you may ask? Because the good Lord made it, that's why. No, I do not play Roblox. I have not yet dabbled in that one, and I'm not sure that I would after hearing of all the content that the unsafe content that it has, and um, the ability of sexual predators to prey upon our young children. It is one of the primary uh, apps out there that allow um, sexual predators to target our minors, and um, it has been proven in a number of cases for the trafficking of young boys, as found by the state officials here in the state of Iowa. Happy birthday, Dahlia! Thanks for joining us on your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dahlia. Happy birthday to you. Byron, how you doing? Good to have you here. You got a question, Leo? Fire away. Hey, Carol, good to see you. Hey, hello, Reba. Leo's go to question. Is it the greatest of all time? Mm-hmm. Could I react to your song? I don't normally do reactions. I might. Um, hmm. Dahlia, did you just 6-7 us? Hmm. Good evening, Susan. Byron, that's a good question. Leo says the title of the song is Only One, and it's on his channel.
You want me to preview it for you?
Yeah, go ahead. There you go, Dahlia. I mean, normally on Sundays, I've been going through a hymnal entitled, let's see if I can see it, Tabernacle Hymns, Volume 4, or Number 4. I'm looking at some of those songs. CJ, who's in the background today, does hymn studies. I don't have a problem checking out your music. I don't normally, like I said, I don't normally react to music. got another chiropractor appointment tomorrow, and I'm hoping he can do something. He's talking like maybe I've got some carpal tunnel going on in my wrist. Hope not. Ugh. I have played The Legend of Zelda in um, several of its evolutions. In fact, I played the original Legend of Zelda back on the original Nintendo. That's been a long time ago. I know. I'm dating myself. Zelda is a very pretty name. It is through The Legend of Zelda that I actually fell in love with the ocarina as a musical instrument. And that's quite an old instrument, by the way. Our One of our county courthouses actually has an ocarina brought back from the Southern American tribes, housed in its museum in the courthouse.
Hi, y'all.
Hi, O'Shea.
You have friends on YouTube again?
Yeah, we got quite a bit of people down there. Lon Ranch, isn't that one? When I saw it, though, I had to look at that a minute or two. And I was like, man, that thing is not in very good shape anymore. I don't know how old that thing is, but somebody brought it back from South America, and it's not in very good shape anymore. But it is housed um, in a protected case. So. Yeah, I played. I never actually had had an original Nintendo, um, or had the original NES. Um, I did have a Super NES for a while, and I had the N64, and I had an original Xbox. But of course, the Xbox wasn't part of the NES. But you know what I'm saying. Well, both CJ and I have written worship songs as well, Leo. Um, so that's pretty cool. We share things in common. Um, O'Shea, who you just saw pop in the door there, he's my son. He's 21. I'm as old as my tongue and a little older than my teeth. I'm old enough to have a son as old as O'Shea and who is as old as CJ. So. I drive school bus for a living, as well as do the Edification ministry here and do some preaching as well. Um, for our local congregation. So yeah, tonight's supposed to be a dual stream, but CJ is preparing for his trip to visit family over the Christmas holiday season. So he's hiding in the background trying to get work done he should have done like 3 weeks ago.
Three weeks ago.
See, he even agrees with me.
You didn't even have all the materials to draw from 3 weeks ago.
Susan's like, at least Toshe isn't 40. Carissa is. There is that to be spoken for, Sister Susan. Yes, I'm not old enough to have a 40-year-old son. That's for sure. Not yet. It's coming, but not yet. My parents are, though. They actually have 3 sons that are above 40 and 1 daughter. Uh-oh. I think they now have 4 sons that are above 40. Oh, yep, nope. Make that 5 sons above 40. And the 6th one isn't far behind. He's got, he's a little bit far behind. He still has a few years. It'll be 33 before he hits 40. Suffice it to say, I'm getting old. But I'm not the youngest.
You're like in your upper 40s, right?
Yes. I'm one of the first 3.
Are you planning anything for the big 5-0?
Well, my young whippersnapper, when you get as old as I am, it's just another day. In all fairness, that's all it is. It's just another day. As the kids will tell you, I have never had much significance placed on my birthday at all. So, well, Sister Reba, I hope that I know that I'm not a replacement, but I hope that you view me as an adoptive son anyway. Because you are not just a sister, but you're like a mother to me anyway. Carol says, I am and have 7 older sisters, she's the youngest. All blood bought. Amen. Susan says, I'm only 10 years older than her boyfriend. Some people's kids, right, Susan? The question, though, is he good to her? And is he good for her? Thank you. I just got to remember to send you a bunch of gifts for a bunch of candy for Christmas. It won't make it by Christmas, but maybe by New Year's. No, CJ, you don't get any.
What? I splurged a little bit, and I got a double
I bought a nice big a Big Buddy slushy from Quick Start today on my way home. Hello, O'Shea. O'Shea had A&W today. He splurged too. Amen, Susan. We're praying with you. That's one of the things I really have enjoyed about the church is the family aspect of it. No matter where I go, um, I've always had a wide range of church mothers and grandmothers. A few church dads, mostly a bunch of church grandpas, but the church mothers and grandmothers always. It seemed like no matter what congregation I was, I always had mothers and grandmothers that took me under their wings. Hey, Donnie, chicken Alfredo and apple juice. Wait a minute, chicken Alfredo apple juice? I'm not sure that would be a good taste of apple juice. Have you found it yet, Alicia? She's looking for a particular book that I'm anxious to find. What is this? Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. That is not it. Not unless you're looking to set tables. That's usually the case when you're using autocorrect, Downey. Oh, chicken Alfredo apple juice. Hmm. Thank you, Pensa. Appreciate that. I really appreciate that as well. Which brings up a good point. If you guys find any use in the videos, please do not hesitate to like and subscribe. That'll be the one time I say that tonight. What number was it? 8:55. While we're waiting for Alicia to find that book, I'll sing a song or two. Tomorrow, Donnie says that he has a DOT physical for his CDL license. Those DOT physicals are pretty easy for the most part to pass. Thank you, O'Shea. Yes, if you enjoy or think someone else might enjoy or grow because of the videos, feel free to share it. And we do entertain questions from time to time. or song request. I'm not the most proficient at singing, but I enjoy it. Reba says that her daughter makes her own Alfredo sauce and it's delicious. She doesn't put apple juice in it though. We're a part of the family that's been born again. Part of the family whose love knows no end. For Jesus has saved us and made us his own. Now we're part of the family that's on its way home. And sometimes we laugh together, sometimes we cry, sometimes we share together heartaches and sighs. Sometimes we dream together of how it will be when we all get to heaven, God's family. When a brother meets sorrow, we all feel his grief. When he's passed through the valley, we all feel relief. Together in sunshine, together in rain, together in victory, through his precious name. And sometimes we laugh together, sometimes we cry, sometimes we share together heartaches and sighs. Sometimes we dream together of how it will be when we all get to heaven, God's family. And though some go before us, we'll all meet again just inside the city as we enter in. There'll be no more parting. With Jesus we'll be together forever, God's family. And sometimes we laugh together, sometimes we cry, sometimes we share together heartaches and sighs. Sometimes we dream together of how it will be when we all get to heaven, God's family. Pensa asked what my favorite song is. My favorite song is Night with Ebon Pinion, number 452 in Praise for the Lord. Hello, Sister T. Good to see you. Carol's like, never heard of apple juice and Alfredo. Is that just a joke? Yes. Donnie didn't use punctuation in his comments. And so we are just joking around with my good friend, Donnie. Donnie and I grew up together. Well, thank you, Sister T. There are times, yes, Sister Susan, that is correct. I'm glad I hope it was all pleasant memories, Spencer. And if so, I hope to. I'm thankful to bring a memory back to you. My grandmother had an aneurysm back in '96. Now she didn't. She was able to successfully recover from it to a degree. She ended up passing away in I guess I can't remember the year that she passed away. It was sometime in the early 2000s. Oh, I think my middle son was just a babe at that time. So yeah, it would have been like 2005-ish. My grandpa, I think, lived for another 11 years or so. But yeah. Like I said, my favorite is Night with Ebon Pinion, and it has always carried a very special. I don't even need the book to sing it. Just to prove it. Closing. Night with ebon pinion brooded o'er the vale. All around was silent, save the night wind's wail, when Christ, the man of sorrows, in tears and sweat as blood, prostrate in the garden, raised his voice, humbly bowed in prayer. Smitten for offenses which were not his own, he for our transgressions had to weep alone, no friend with words to comfort, nor hand to help was there. I did get it wrong on the first verse. When the meek and lowly humbly bowed in prayer, Abba, Father, Father, if indeed it may, let this cup of anguish pass from me, I pray. Yet
it must be suffered by me, thine only Son. Abba, Father, Father, let thy will be done.
So yeah, it was raised his voice to God on the first verse. I used to sing that quite a bit when I was out milking the cows. It kept the cow quiet. We had two cows, two Jersey cows that we milked by hand, and Dad would typically stagger their come fresh dates. So we always had one that would come fresh, and the other one would be dried up. That way, we were never milking them both, rarely milking them both at the same time. And one year I found out about this competition they had down at the state fair for milking, because they had this competition. You could go down and you could milk by hand. And we never got into that. But I think they had, I think their fastest was somewhere right in the neighborhood of 10 to 12 minutes to milk a cow by hand. And my fastest was milking 2.5 gallons in 8 minutes 42 seconds. I can't do that now. 2 reasons. Neck problems. So the cow tends, when I milk, I tend to lean up against the cow, and the cow tends to lean up against me. And my neck can't take the weight of the cow anymore. And then the other one is I can't reach under there. My hands go to sleep. Benza, we hope you have a good evening. Enjoy your workout, and I hope and pray that you do have a good evening at work. Susan loves God's family, and because he lives, as well as an empty mansion. I believe I have you down for, yes, I have you down for God's family. I did not know that you had the other, because the other two. I can now put that in there. Ha-ha. Hey. Okay, that pen doesn't want to extend. The Extend-A-Pen has failed. I know yours, Sister T. I have that one down. I have it actually opened up to that one, so it's going to be sung tonight. Carol says, I wouldn't make a good singer as I, for some reason, can't hold my breath that long. Unless I was in a chorus. And I appreciate the compliment, Carol. Put that one over there. Grab this one. Same book, just a different episode. Hey, Alicia, you found my book yet?
God sent his son, they called him Jesus. He came to love, heal, and forgive. He lived and died to buy my pardon. An empty grave is there to prove my Savior lives. Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, all fear is gone. Because I know he holds the future, and life is worth the living just because he lives. Hold on 1 minute. How sweet to hold our newborn baby and feel the pride and joy he gives. But still greater far the calm assurance this child can face uncertain days because he lives. Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, all fear is gone. Because I know he holds the future, and life is worth the living just because he lives. And then one day I'll cross that river, I'll fight life's final war with pain. And then as death gives way to victory, I'll see the lights of glory, and I'll know he reigns. Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, all fear is gone. 'cause I know he holds the future, and life is worth the living just because he lives. And now, my sinuses are all plugged up. When I get up into those upper registers, it tends to plug my sinuses. Well, that and the fact that they're running the dryer, and for some reason I can smell the whatchamacallit? Yeah, the laundry detergent. Here I labor and toil as I look for a home, just an humble abode among men, while in heaven a mansion is waiting for me, and a gentle voice pleading, come in. There's a mansion now empty, just waiting for me, at the end of life's troublesome way. Many friends and dear loved ones will welcome me there, near the door of that mansion someday. Ever thankful am I that my Savior and Lord promised unto the weary sweet rest. Nothing more could I ask than a mansion above, there to live with the saved and the blessed. There's a mansion now empty, just waiting for me, at the end of life's troublesome way. Many friends and dear loved ones will welcome me there, near the door of that mansion someday. When my labor and toiling have ended below, and my hand shall lie folded in rest, I'll exchange this old home for a mansion up there, and invite the archangel as guest. There's a mansion now empty, just waiting for me, at the end of life's troublesome way. Many friends and dear loved ones will welcome me there, near the door of that mansion someday. I think I sang that last night. Another one of my favorites is one that is kind of a recent favorite. Recent as in the last, well, ever since I got married. Well, thank you, Susan. I gotta let my sinuses drain in just a minute. I hope I did the memory justice. And it's this one here, written by Sevilla de Martin, 1906. Put to music in 1906 by Charles H. Gabriel. Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart be lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, my constant friend is he. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. For his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Let not your heart be troubled. His tender words I hear, and resting on his goodness, I lose my doubts and fears. Though by the path he leadeth, but one step I may see. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. For his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Whenever I am tempted, whenever clouds arise, when song gives place to sighing, when hope within me dies, I draw the closer to him. From care he sets me free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. For his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Yes. Such a beautiful song. Such an encouraging song, really, when you think about the words. If his eye is on the sparrow, you know it's watching you. Matthew chapter 6. When we walk with the Lord in the light of his word, what a glory he sheds on our way. While we do his good will, he abides with us still, and with all who will trust and obey. Trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus but to trust and obey. Not a shadow can rise, not a cloud in the sky, but his smile quickly drives it away. Not a doubt nor a fear, not a sigh nor a tear, but can abide while we trust and obey. Trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus but to trust and obey. Not a burden we bear, not a sorrow we share, but our toil he doth richly repay. Not a grief nor a loss, not a frown nor a cross, but is blessed if we trust and obey. Trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus but to trust and obey. But we never can prove the delight of his love until all on the altar we lay. For the favor he shows and the joy he bestows are for those who will trust and obey. Trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus but to trust and obey. Then in fellowship sweet we will sit at his feet, or will walk by his side in the way. What he says we will do, where he sends we will go. Never fear, only trust and obey. Trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus but to trust and obey. It's a good way to learn a song, but then once you've learned it, because you can learn the pitch that way, the tune, pitch. And once you learn it, you graduate from it. Many of the time, when I had an actual in-tune piano, I needed to find a tuner to tune mine. A tuner who tooted to toots. Anyway,
I would sit down and find the actual dough, and then learn, find the pitch, and then go from there. Learn it. Those were the days. Hopefully, prayerfully, you guys have been edified through our time together tonight, drawn closer to God through our chat, through our hymns, and uplifted to a closer relationship, a stronger faith, and that way, whether we wake to serve God tomorrow here on this earth, we can say that we're the stronger for it, we're the better for it. Or whether we wake tomorrow to serve Him up there where we long to be, you know that we're going to wake tomorrow, one place or the other. And it should be a life of service, no matter where it is, either here or there. You know, we all have the honor, the privilege, the pleasure of being. For I'll see you then. God bless in your walk with Him. We love you all. Have a blessed evening.